there was a lot of stress involved. There was a lot of just unsure what my job was going to look like, unsure what my pay was going to look like, not seeing the family, that kind of thing. That was not what I envisioned my life to look like. That's not what I wanted to be as a father. I didn't want to just be the guy that's coming and going. I see you in the morning, I see you at night, but there's no relationship there. That's not what I wanted. That began the conversation of, well, what do we do next? And Megan had found a Max Maxwell 30-day wholesaling challenge. And so we started doing the wholesaling challenge, and in 14 days, we secured our first transaction. And then we went on to do 73 deals.
The Deal Machine REI Podcast. Everything you need to know to get started in real estate investing.
For those listening, we'll get into in this episode a bit more about how we started so that you can really see yourselves and maybe see some similarities into each of our different stories so that you can see a clearer path on how you can build not only I don't want to call it a job. First of all, you can work on something that makes you really, really happy, that can earn you some money, that can help you start investing and saving for your future, potentially escape the rat race, so to speak, if you're in a job and you don't want to always have to work if you don't need to. And so all those topics, I think that you'll hear from our stories and you'll see similarities and be able to pick that out and find a clearer path for yourself. So that's our goal with this podcast. And I'd love to start by asking you, Ryan, if you could just walk us back to how you got started into real estate investing. Take us back to before you did that first deal.
Yeah, I had spent most of my career, or all my career at that time, had been in sales. I worked for Foot Locker and for Champs selling shoes. I went from there to a call center where we were doing debt collections or sales for DirecTV. I moved on from that position to running the sales and marketing department for a fiber optic internet company. And, I think with every job, you have things that you like and you dislike, and things change. And I think over the course of my career, had a lot of fun in the sales. The thrill of the sale is something that excites me and I have fun doing. Leading a team is also something that excites me and I have fun doing. And at the end of, or really kind of beginning of 2019, things in the fiber optic world had started to shift. People had started to change roles. New people were coming into the company. And that just kind of started shaking the foundation of what I had there. And I think that most salespeople could relate to what we call the sales haircut, in a sense where you're doing really well, but they feel like you're doing too well. And so then it's like the haircut is, oh, we're going to change your pay. So that had happened, and other things had happened in that position. Megan was very close to term with our third child. And in October, that's when Abe, the babe, was born. And after that moment, the lead up to that moment was, there was a lot of stress involved. There was a lot of just unsure what my job was going to look like, unsure what my pay was going to look like. And like the sleepless nights, the long 70 to 80 hour work weeks, not seeing the family, that kind of thing, that was not what I envisioned my life to look like. That's not what I wanted to be as a father. I didn't want to just be the guy that's coming and going. I see you in the morning, I see you at night, but there's no relationship there. That's not what I wanted. And so that began the conversation of, well, what do we do next? And right at about the time Abel was born, which is really not the greatest timing to walk away from a 9-to-5 job, where you have the secure insurance, you have a base salary, at least you have the warm blanket of a 9-to-5 job or a W-2 job. Not a great time to put the warm blanket away, but that was the card that we were dealt. And Megan had found a Max Maxwell 30-day wholesaling challenge.
Fast fact.
Wholesaling, for those that don't know, is a strategy where you can make $20,000 doing a week's worth of work in some cases for finding a really great real estate deal and then not even need to close on it yourself, but pass that deal off to somebody like a hedge fund or a house flipper who has cash that would love to close on that amazing real estate deal. And then you just charge them what's called an assignment fee. So you have it under contract and you can assign the contract, meaning that they can take your spot on that contract to buy it at the price that you have it under contract for, and then you can get paid an assignment fee for finding that deal. So let's say if the house is worth $500,000 and you get it under contract for $400,000, you could charge whatever assignment fee you and the flipper or the hedge fund agree on, could be even as big as $50,000. But an average starter assignment fee might be like $5,000, and then average across the country for somebody who's done a few deals, maybe $15,000 or $20,000.
I never knew anything about wholesaling or what it was. But she's seen it. She's like, you should do this. And she explained it a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, doesn't sound interesting. I don't really think I'm interested in it. And then part of the wholesaling challenge was you had to have a Facebook account. And I was kind of anti-social media, kind of anti-Facebook. And so that was like the nail in the coffin. No, I'm definitely not doing it. But she prodded and pushed and eventually got that commitment out of me. And so we started doing the wholesaling challenge, and in 14 days, we secured our first transaction. And then we went on to do 73 deals, and the thrill of the sale kicked in, and it was fun. But then, over time, you start realizing, okay, this also isn't sustainable to do this many deals, because it quickly becomes a job. So then the organic growth of what Heritage Home Investments is now. And it looks way different than what it was when it was just me doing a wholesale deal, or 73 of them. Now it's a full scale real estate investment company. So
got it. So there were a couple things that you said there. First of all, one of the main reasons why you wanted to get into real estate investing was triggered by getting the sales haircut at work. So you wanted more control over the income you were earning. Yeah. And the second thing that you said was you had just had your third child, Abe the babe, and you weren't able to spend as much time with him as you thought you'd like to, because it sounded like work was also cutting into the hours you're able to spend with your family. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In the sales world, it typically is. Like, you look at retail, if you've ever done retail jobs, it is very time consuming. And most, like in this particular job, there was an event every weekend, or every evening. There was always something else that needed to be done, and it was really hard to like set anything down and walk away. You'd go home, the phone would ring all hours of the night. I had a boss that had the expectation that if he called or texted, it didn't matter what time it was, the expectation was to answer the phone. And so I could be laying in bed, putting one of my kids in bed, get a phone call and have to get up. Like that was not what I wanted for my life. Like, that's just not where we wanted to be. I didn't want to be a dad that, we got to go and take this call, and then I don't get to lay with them and talk to them about their day and be a part of their life, because we all know that kids grow up really fast, and you can live with them every single day, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, he's 9 years old. And he's got enough body weight to wrestle me. And that happened. I don't even know how that happened. It flies by so quickly. So it just that was not the lifestyle that I had envisioned. And so we had to take action and change that course of our life pretty quick. I mean, that was a lot faster than I expected it to happen.
Do you feel like you're able to spend the time that you thought you'd be able to with the business that you've created?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've traveled everywhere together. We've done Disney trip. We've done, just going on vacations. If we're going on a business trip for a event, we go as a family most of the time. There's a couple of them that's just like, this is going to be down and back, so we'll go solo. But we've spent a lot of time. We've done had a lot of experiences that I wouldn't have been able to do without this opportunity. Even at the end of the day, I can be done. I don't need to constantly be checking the phone. Like, I've been getting better, which it's always a work in progress, because thrill of the sale, there's some addiction things that you have to focus on. Like, the phone could ring from a postcard call and you're like, I want to answer this. But like, learning to kind of draw some lines, but being okay to do that because you're the one that makes the rules. Where before it was like the rule was made and determined by someone else and you had to follow it, or, the whole, what you would get in a 9-to-5 job. This is the corrective action for not answering the phone, blah, blah, blah. So this has definitely enabled me to be closer to the dad that I envisioned being. I'm still in my mid-30s, so I have a lot of time to accomplish other dad goals. But now I have a platform and the ability to do that without being impeded on by other people and other people's demands.
Love that. And I love that your wife from the very beginning was the one that actually decided to start this, it sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You had to create a Facebook account just to actually take action on what she was trying to get you to do.
Yeah. Yeah. That was that. She told me she would run it. She was like, I'll do the Facebook stuff. You just do the 30-day challenge. And I'm like, okay, that feels like a fair deal. And to this day, she takes care of, I'll make a guest appearance on Instagram every now and then. But for the most part, she runs all the Facebook and Instagram stuff, which is, that's her artistic or creative niche. Mine's, I like talking to people, and telling stories is fun, but I don't know. Social media is just a challenge for me.
Thanks for listening to the DealMachine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.